just for this weekend.
That is true. We are.
So don't get confused. We're live on YouTube as well. Hi.
Unlocking the Magic podcast live. Usually a Monday night show, but here on a Sunday night.
Yes, just to throw you guys off.
Yeah, if you're watching the replay, go check us out on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. The link is right there or right there, depending on where you're watching this. And, well, hello.
Well, hello.
Drop a comment in there. Say hello. Say what's going
Drop
on.
a comment.
Drop a comment if you're watching on YouTube.
Here's Bruce trying to act cool for you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's Connie trying to be funny.
It's true. Hey, Melinda and Gail. We are here. We're actually expecting a low turnout tonight just because it's Sunday. We didn't really announce it too soon. We talked about it this week on our weekend show, which...
Yeah, all of a sudden we were like, I guess we're going live. Yeah. Hey, Emily, over there on YouTube. How are you?
April, John. Wow, you guys are really here. I can't even believe there's any
awesome.
of you here.
I really didn't think there was going to be too many people. It's 4th of July weekend. It's Sunday, not Monday.
We're mixing things up on you guys.
Yeah, but we're here.
Having some fun, though.
I didn't want to do a no-show, so even if we do a quick show tonight, you know.
Good evening. Happy 4th, Jeff. Oh, my gosh. Tammy, you are back. Yes.
Why, was she gone for a little while?
Yes, you can finally make a live show because it's Sunday.
Oh,
Liz is
yeah.
here. Yay.
I
know these shows, so Sundays are either if there's a holiday on Monday or if we have travel plans. So a lot of times we're traveling on Mondays. So
we did say 8:02.
And Rick's here, 8:02 on the
Yeah.
dot.
We are usually traveling on Mondays. It always seems to happen on a Monday or a Tuesday or something like that. Like we're either leaving the next really early morning or we're leaving that night.
Yeah. I guess we could go live in the airport, but it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be semi-organized, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think? We want to be able to read the comments and like be in a quiet place without our kids running around.
Why?
I guess that's true.
Our holiday's already over, Melinda says. Happy 4th, you guys, and happy... Oh, can't read.
I'm going to pull up the comments over here, so
yeah.
stall them.
Fellow Canadians. The comments are really far from me tonight because I can't get my laptop to boot up tonight. So it's kind of going to be an interesting show.
I know. We have like this setup here in the studio that it's... We have like two phones going, our microphone, Connie's computer. I have to bring my laptop over here to get inside the shot, and then for some reason we were like scrambling the last second.
I think my eyesight's okay, but it's kind of far, so it's kind of hard to read.
It is a little bit small. I'll give you credit.
The font is really tiny.
I'll cut you a little bit of slack on that.
Tammy says, I've been gone for work, and have we already answered this, but are we going to D23? If so, will you do a live show there?
Yes. Well, we'll do a live show there if we go.
Yes.
We're having something going on in our family, nothing bad, but just something going on that we have to wait and see. So we have to wait to see if that's possible. And then
it's going to be about $900 a ticket.
Yeah,
because we're probably going to book
last
the night
minute
before.
If we can go, we're going to go. We're just waiting on word on whether or not we can. So
John says, "Hey guys, love the show."
Oh, thanks, John.
Thank you.
John, is this John's first time watching us live?
The other John says, "I'm glad you're on live Sunday. I usually work Monday night, so he can't join us."
Oh.
There's a lot of people that can't join us on Monday. We're realizing that now as we go.
John's born in Salem and grew up in Peabody.
Oh my gosh,
cool.
You are a North Shore. That's so cool.
Yes.
We've been meeting so many people from around here lately. It's still kind of surreal for me.
I know, there's a ton of people. I'm gonna move my computer over, Connie, so you can read the
I'm gonna read that. Okay.
Sorry,
Sounds good.
so we can switch.
So everybody, welcome John. It's his first time.
Is it his first time, or has he been here before and it just happens to?
It's his first time watching live. Welcome to the chaos.
Brad's morning in Australia.
Oh my gosh.
He's watching over on YouTube. Hey, Brad. I think Brad came over from Instagram.
Oh.
And now he's watching on
YouTube. Yeah, we were live on Instagram. You know, we gotta mix things up. It gets, keeps us on our toes. You got on toes. I don't know. We're not organized, so we're getting there.
I'm off my game tonight because it's Sunday.
It is Sunday.
But,
it's the new Monday tonight. But we're getting there.
Robbie Bottoms, what's going on, man?
Yay, you're here.
He's 5 p.m. So thankful to Sunday night treat. Yeah, I mean, I like the Sunday nights. It doesn't really matter to me, Sunday nights and Monday nights. I just feel like we could be more organized on Monday nights and be more consistent with it.
I'm just seeing so many of you guys join us, and some of you for the first time. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, pressure is on.
For what?
Because I really didn't think anyone was going to show up tonight.
That's
so I was
true.
like, wait, I'm not even prepared. My computer's not booting up. Great.
Connie was like taking it easy over there.
Yeah, it's like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, no one's coming. No one will show up.
So we got to
We'll
make
have
this
10
a good show. Okay.
Well, I have some questions. I actually got a little prepared.
Janice is here. Hi, y'all.
Except.
Did anyone hear this last podcast? I tried to slip in a y'all in there and try to sound southern. Bruce called me out on it.
I did catch her. You know what was funny? I don't know how many of you are here or that are inside of our Patreon group or on our Facebook page, but it was a pretty funny blooper show this week.
Yeah.
We did a lot of outtakes. More than usual. Usually we can get it through. If you're just joining us now, just hit the like button on the page. That would be awesome. Share it out too if you haven't yet. If you want to share it.
We're not annoying on Facebook. Like we don't post several times a day.
No,
so
I don't.
Feel free to like the page because we're not going to bombard you.
I usually just post like upcoming updates of the show or a podcast episode, or if this really cool.
At least I don't feel like it's annoying.
I don't post that. I don't post that often.
Because there's some pages that I end up liking and then I have to unlike them. I feel so bad doing that, but it's too many posts that go onto the feed and it gets like cluttered and it's just too much. So we're trying.
Rob, I am prepared tonight.
No.
I actually have some. I got my work flowy going on over here, and I have some notes. Actually, some emails because we got a ton backed up on emails. Connie's email app on her phone got dropped, so we
are behind on emails. In fact, this weekend show should have been the email show and news show, but I don't know what happened. Bruce didn't tell me we had a dozen emails just waiting there. By the way, there's like a dozen people waiting for you us to respond. Tammy wants to know where she can find the link to Patreon. So
I'll put it in here. I'll put it in the comments on this thing right here.
Joanna says, "What are your thoughts about the new Pirates attraction?"
Didn't you talk about that on the show?
We didn't actually talk about it. We haven't talked about it at all. There's a lot of mixed reaction everywhere. A lot of friends of ours have kind of stayed silent on it. I don't really know what I think about it. I don't know.
I don't have an opinion. I mean, I think that depending on why they're doing it, but to me,
I have some time to think about it a little bit further. But
digest it and really dig deep into why they're doing it.
Yeah, there has been it's been a hot topic, I would say, on other blogs, I'm noticing a lot. I don't know.
The 4th of July holiday is going on this weekend, and we haven't really had a chance to read about it that much, to be honest with you. But I did put that comment in. I did pin that link to Patreon in there, so if you want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. So there you go, Tammy.
Does anyone rent a car when in Florida? Rates are through the roof for the end of July. I rent a car. Well, when we fly into Florida, we always rent a car.
Yes.
We didn't. I mean, we have never been in July though.
True.
At the end of July, at least.
I think that's the only month I really have never visited.
Yeah?
Even as a kid.
I've never been in July or August.
I've been in August. I've never visited in July, so I don't know. But I do know that a lot of times I will look through like the bigger sites like Expedia, Priceline, Knowledge Price Shop, and try to see what's available that way. Yeah. There's a little trick that we've done recently. Try to do. I'm not saying it's gonna work, but we have gotten the more value vehicle, and then when we got there, we kind of
we said, hey, well, because when you get to the
after you pay
in the Orlando airport, you get your rent-a-car downstairs, and you go like across the street, and you get to another person who says, hey, what kind of car do you want? And we're like, hey, do you have
they say, what do you, let's see your paperwork.
And they're like, hey, do you have any upgrades? And they're like, you know what, we have a couple
You gotta say it like, have any upgrades?
Yeah.
I don't know, it worked a couple times.
So try it out. Maybe it'll work for you.
So
maybe they're watching this, they're like, oh, you.
I always like point to him and go, look at the big guy, he can't be in a value, like a small
do I look like I can fit in a
car?
Cooper?
Yeah, so
come on now.
I don't know if it's just sympathy or what, but it's worked.
Hey, Kristen.
So, I don't know if I want to announce that, like, I don't know if...
Well, you just did. So.
I know, but I mean, it's like, it did work for us a few times, but I don't know if those were just really lucky and we happen to be... Although we were down February vacation, President's Week, that's a pretty moderate week for Florida and Walt Disney World in general. So I don't know. I would assume you would be able to do it.
Why didn't we take the Magical Express last time?
You didn't want to.
Really? No, sir.
No, I don't know.
You're blaming me for not. That's not true.
I forget why. There was a reason to the madness, but Magical Express is truly magical.
It is pretty good.
There is, honestly, when we rent a car at the airport, I'm kind of bummed because we can never.
You alright over there?
Yeah, sorry. It's just my computer booting up all of a sudden.
She did say her computer's not working.
So. But it has been. That was a loud sniffle once again.
Sorry.
She's in the sniffles. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with it. But anyway, this week, so I want to know if anybody watched the special on the Animal Planet. We talked about this on the show. Bruce still hasn't seen it.
No, I have not.
And they talked about, and they showed an hour special of the Animal Kingdom. And it was pretty cool. It was an hour long. They kind of went through each section of the park and told a little story behind each one and what they do. It wasn't, I would say, it was a quick piece of each land in Animal Kingdom. But it was cool, and you got to see a lot of what they did with Pandora and what they actually do in the parks with animals. And the kids really liked it, because I don't even think the kids really understood.
I wonder if that's going to be on demand.
I don't know. I didn't even try.
Joanna says I missed it. Are they replaying it?
We have to find out where it is, and I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
John downloaded it from iTunes, but haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was interesting. I think it was cool just getting to see more behind the scenes of Animal Kingdom, but also I feel like it was great how they showcased exactly what goes on. I mean, they showed how much food how much food they go through. It was just
that's crazy.
It's more than what you eat.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's actually a question we got from somebody this week.
What was that?
Not how much food I eat.
Oh.
But they want to know, like,
that's weird.
Their question was, and maybe I'll ask it to everybody watching right now, and
okay.
People can chime in. Oh, Clay's there.
What?
Wish you all were here. He said y'all. He said y'all. Rick was saying something too. He wished he could fly down. One of the questions we got from. I'm gonna turn this camera, this light over here. I feel like it's super bright. Sorry, you're gonna see me disappear for a second.
Disappear.
Is that better?
Nope.
No?
That's all right. Okay.
That's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm back.
Okay.
A little studio prep.
Okay.
Live on the show.
Yep.
So one of the questions we got asked from Melinda was, in a nutshell, because she said it was long, and but she needed my input, so I'm gonna abbreviate it.
Okay.
She said her family is large guys like me.
Yep.
And they want to go to quick service in each park, and they want to know, not necessarily quality-wise, but size-wise, which quick service would you go to for portion size? It doesn't have to like match up quality. It doesn't have to be the best for the portion size, just the biggest portion size.
Because they're hungry.
Yeah, and I think she's watching right now, so if I mess that up at all, Melinda, you want me to, yeah, ask the people who are watching, and maybe if you're watching at home, which quick service meal in each park do you go to for portion size?
I love this question. I'm actually finding the portion sizes, once you get your meal, I feel like lately, I don't know, high expectations or what, but every time I've been getting a quick service meal and we sit down, it kind of looks small.
Yes.
To me, lately, I don't know why, but they are all pretty filling.
I don't know, but I know we talked about that a lot, and as we go more and more, maybe it's that I'm getting hungrier and hungrier, but I feel like the portion size lately have been getting a little bit smaller. Maybe,
but I also think that once we get them and we start eating them, everyone is and you, including you, like you said, oh, that filled me up more than I thought.
Yeah, it does actually. Maybe because you're walking so much that you're really hungry, but when you're really hungry, you tend not to eat as much because you eat so quick that you get full faster.
Adam says he finds that Pecos Bills gives a lot of food for the money.
Yeah, Pecos Bills wasn't bad.
I feel like Pecos. I'm trying to think.
They have pretty good sized burgers.
I would say. You had mentioned something about an allergy in that, because my go-to is always the Harbor House.
Yeah, she did say that she has a shellfish allergy.
Okay.
So she said Disney recommends that you stay away from the Harbor House if you have
got it.
Shellfish allergy.
That's usually like my stick to your bones meal. That
Deluxe Burger, but that's not in a park. That's in.
Did she want specifically in parks?
She said per park, yeah.
Per park. I would say. What we found in Epcot, especially, so Tammy says Epcot I snack around the world, so doesn't really. We did this last vacation where we went to. Oh yeah, Emily says pot roast mac and cheese.
It's not a huge portion, but that's definitely a snack one.
No, it's filling.
It was filling because it's all carbs.
It is all carbs, but it's really delicious.
It was really good though.
But I found that everybody was really happy eating around the world in Epcot, and we started talking about that with Aaron Willis that's coming out this week too.
Yeah.
About just trying different flavors around the park.
And he actually, I forget the name of it, but he mentioned one that I would have never thought someone would mention.
Which is what?
The quick service place in the showcase. That was his favorite.
Oh. We can wait till
next week. Yeah, you'll have to wait to see because I forget what the name was. I forget which one it was.
That he mentioned?
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong one.
I don't either.
He watches sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's the wrong one either. So.
Okay.
But,
so, we'll just keep it there.
Yeah.
Flame Tree has big portions, yes.
Harambe Market was pretty good. It didn't look like good big portions,
so
but...
you said that earlier. About
I was full when I'm a big dude, and I was full when I
Is it because you ate some of our food, though? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Possibly.
Because I feel...
See, that's my advantage.
The flatbread, I don't know.
I felt like it didn't look like it didn't look like a big portion. But when I was really done eating, I was full.
Yes.
I don't think I ate that much off your plates. But that is an advantage that I do have.
He does.
Is that I'm with 4 girls.
Yeah.
So they never, if we all get our own meals, which doesn't usually happen, like usually they'll split 2.
Yeah.
If they do happen to get their own ones, I get many, many leftovers.
Many leftovers. Which is...
John says he always tries to eat at the Plaza restaurant. Great burgers and ice cream. April says Flame Tree at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
Sunshine Season is good in the Land Pavilion. That had good portions. That's another one that April says. Flame Tree has big portions. So a couple people have seen Flame Tree.
Sunshines. I don't think we've ever eaten it.
Is that the
I've never...
That's the cafeteria one inside the Land?
I always try to eat the... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading as you're talking. Where else? I'm trying to think of where
Flame
else.
Tree got a few votes.
Yeah, Flame Tree. I'm trying to think park by park. What about... The mac and cheese was a brilliant idea. I think that...
I mean, if you're going to Epcot, you shouldn't eat at one particular place.
See, that's the thing. Okay, so that's really hard when you're on the dining plan because you want to just order your quick service.
She's not on the dining plan.
Okay. But even if you were, like, you could... I don't know. I found that we all kind of got a bunch of food, put it in the middle of the table, and kind of picked it... And then moved on to the next country, and it.
Or just do what I do, and instead of like eating one really big portion, just eat like one okay-sized portion every 2 hours.
The food court in
the Land Pavilion.
Yeah, so you were right. Yeah, I don't know why
the ribs at Harambe. Somebody got the ribs at Harambe on our, but they were small.
I feel like they were.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that if you're a big dude.
Wait a minute, no, they got the ribs. But it was the child's portion.
Kyle says, stopping by to say hi, can't stay this time. Bye, Kyle. Sorry you can't stay, buddy.
The ribs were really good, actually. And there was more meat in the...
The flatbread was good.
More meat than I thought. I kind of picked it apart.
Even the black bean salad, I think it was pretty good.
It was really good.
Yeah, and I didn't think I was going to like it. Maybe it's because I was like had really low expectations. See, here's the thing. Go in every restaurant being like, this. There's no way they're going to be able to be full from this. This portion's going to be so small. And just warn them that the portions are going to be tiny everywhere, so no matter where they go, they're a little bit pleasantly surprised with the portion size.
That's a good
That's what
way
you got to do.
Yeah, perfect, Bruce.
Low expectations. You're going to be starving all the time. Every restaurant we go to is going to have tiny portions. You're going to leave hungry, so just be aware of that. And then they go, and they're kind of full, and they're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Joanna says, have we ever done the bread service at Sana?
Yes.
It's awesome. Love it.
What's her name?
What?
What did you say your name was?
Joanna?
Is it? I think it's Johanna.
Is it? We did this before,
yeah,
Bruce.
I know. I'm pretty sure it's Johanna.
You say Johanna. I say Joanna.
Who's right?
Doesn't matter.
It does.
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
We already talked about this.
Yeah, I know.
We have 2 names.
So that was that we have 2 names for one person.
That's it.
That is pretty funny. Look at my list of questions here.
Wow.
These are all the
There's a lot. Did anybody see music of Pixar Live? I know that Disney's doing a lot of these live stream things, which I was kind of on the fence about, and I wasn't sure how I would like things from home. Like, I don't feel like, unless you're there, it might not be that good, but I'm totally addicted to them.
Yes.
And I watch them. I am going to watch the 4th of July one as well. But I wanted to know, I didn't get to see the music of Pixar. I didn't get to see this one, so I was curious if anyone did check it out, or how you feel about the live streams. I know Bruce is...
Oh, Brian says, real quick, sorry to interrupt you. Brian says, I don't want to leave out YouTube.
You're not sorry.
Brian says, Pecos Bill is even better with a 20% annual pass holder discount. So it is 20%, I was right. We were talking about that earlier.
We had an argument earlier. I think I said 10% and you said 20. It's great.
Yes.
I love being wrong.
I know. You've been wrong a lot lately.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Finish up.
That was it. I just wanted to know if anyone saw it and their thoughts on the live streams. Like, is it a yes or no? Like, you must watch it.
Depends. I'm not a huge live streamer.
I think the happily ever. I think happily ever after.
As I live stream.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
I hate live streams as I live stream right now.
The live stream shows our streams are on YouTube. Yes.
Yes, they are.
Most weeks.
What streams? These ones?
Ours.
Yes, they are.
Tammy asked.
Yep. I mean, like, you want to go back and watch the replay. It is a little bit trickier to watch the replays on Facebook because you got to go search for them.
Yes.
So on YouTube, you can just go to our channel.
Rick says he is going to watch the show on the live stream of the fireworks on Tuesday, so for the 4th of July. I think those would be really cool.
Yes.
So.
I don't know, is Tammy asking if our live shows are on?
That's what I assumed.
Or the live streams.
From Disney?
Yeah. Ours are. I'm not sure if Disney are.
No.
What's the next? Oh, the other thing we talked about on the show was the Walt Disney original Disneyland map sells for $708,000 at auction. Is that cool or what?
Tammy says she can't see Facebook at work, but she can on YouTube, so I think she's talking about us.
Ours are on YouTube, yeah, when we set it up properly.
Okay.
If the technology works, we're on YouTube. It's like the redheaded stepchild, though.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know where to look.
Okay.
Not that I don't like it, or that I enjoy the conversation over there, and I appreciate it. It's just I don't know how to use YouTube as good, and the cameras, like, we have multi-camera thing going on. So,
all right.
You know.
Okay.
But
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the Disneyland map sold for $708,000.
And I was gonna say, if I had $708,000, I would buy it. That's it. That's all you need to know.
I'm gonna pull it up here, but I'm afraid that sometimes on this channel there's usually video playing.
That was, to me, I feel like not a lot of money for something that important.
Well, it was. They wanted to get $900,000.
Not that $708,000 is not a lot of money, but I'm thinking these things sell for the millions of dollars. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, how can you put a price on something like this? So
it's a hand-drawn map from 1953.
I mean, that's crazy to me. Like,
it's crazy.
I literally would. I don't know.
The original map was created by
I don't have
Walt
anything
Disney
that I could get that money for.
and Herb Ryman.
Okay.
The auction featured nearly 1,000 author iconic, exceptional Disney artifacts. So there was a lot more stuff that went for sale there. Disney has influenced the blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read that. But it doesn't say who got it.
I want to know who got it. Can I visit?
Other highlighted includes an original ride from the vehicle Autopia, an original model of Michael Jackson from the Captain EO attraction, an extremely rare poster from the grand opening of the Haunted Mansion attraction. That's cool.
I'm telling you.
A rare original poster from the Matterhorn, bobsled attractions, a section of carpet from Walt Disney's apartment in Disneyland, an extremely rare opening day Disneyland guidebook signed by Walt Disney. What? Where was this auction taking place, and how come nobody else knew about it?
How come I don't have $708,000?
Now, let me ask you a question.
If I was there, I probably would have bid it.
Which one of those things would you rather, out of all those things that I mentioned, which one would you rather have? You want me to mention them again?
Yes.
Oh, something went wrong. Did we cut off of Facebook here?
I'm not sure.
Or are we still live?
I don't know.
I think it says we're still live, so
okay.
I think we're good to go.
All right.
I think my computer's just slow.
Okay.
So, the Disney World map, the Michael Jackson from Captain EO, I'm not going to even include that. A vehicle from Autopia. Grand opening poster.
Why aren't you going to include Michael Jackson?
Because if you had to take the Disneyland map or a statue of Michael Jackson, would that even be a question?
Okay, yeah, fine.
Right?
Fine.
I'm trying to take things that I think would be hard.
All right, go.
Poster from the grand opening of the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Or the Matterhorn.
Oh my God. I think the
Haunted Mansion. Sorry, guys. Comments broke down here for a second.
That's a different difficult one.
I'm gonna say Haunted Mansion.
You are?
Yeah. I think there's more story behind the Haunted Mansion than there is the Matterhorn. At least I know the story better.
Yeah. I just want it all.
Can
I just get it all?
I mean, you can, but it'd be expensive. That's for sure. Yeah, Bob Gurr made those cars, I believe. He made all the rides. He made all the anything that had wheels on it. He was involved with.
Gail's a signed book by Walt.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I literally can't. I want it all. Like maybe we should start collecting some items like that somehow. Hey,
I think I would like to have.
Instead of keeping your money in the bank, you have your money in rare collectible items, right? I don't know.
Robbie, is that where the auction was taking place? Where the link you just put in there?
This says Matterhorn.
We should unlock like the. Should we unlock Disneyland attractions or just Disney World ones?
Ooh, well, my goal is to do Disneyland as well.
So it's gonna like our show will. Oh, thanks, Rob. So he said that's like where the auction was taking place. That link he put in there.
Yeah.
So we'll go back and get that.
That's super cool.
We'll transition to do a little bit of Disneyland as well.
Well, you kind of have to because the future episodes we have like a list of things that I want to talk about and do, and one of them was about monorail, and you really can't do one without the other because you kind of have to talk about both, and same with like a lot of the attractions even.
That's true.
So even though there's bits and pieces that are different in Walt Disney World, you can't talk about them without talking about some of the original attractions in Disneyland. So I feel like you kind of have to.
That's true.
At least I have to.
John says the Matterhorn would probably be harder to find. There's Haunted Mansion stuff all over the place.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I agree. That is a good point. The thing with the Haunted Mansion is like Walt Disney passed away before it really opened, so there was always this struggle of what kind of attraction would he want it to have been. Is the Haunted Mansion today what he would have had opened?
Right.
There's always that question.
True.
So
there's so many unknowns with that. Yeah.
Right.
But
and so many people that you think of worked on the Haunted Mansion that you know from Disney history.
Yeah. There's a lot of You okay there?
Yeah, I was reading the comment. Yeah.
You got super focused and zoomed, and I could tell you weren't listening to what I was saying. So
you weren't saying anything.
I was going to.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. Rey is now in the Star Wars stage show.
Really?
So our young girls can have some fun on that. I've always wanted a Star Wars stage show in Hollywood Studios that adults can do, and I know it might get out of hand and crazy, but
Yeah.
Walt Disney World. Where else can you get on stage and act?
What do you mean out of hand and crazy?
Like if I was Rey, if I was able to be trained as a Jedi or whatever. Yeah. On stage, it could get.
So the stage show next to the Star Tours?
Maybe maybe adults could do it too.
I think that's cool for girls.
It is cool. It is cool. I'm glad that they included Rey.
No. Yeah, because Princess Leia was cool.
Yeah, but I think.
But Rey is cooler.
Well, also too, Rey. Well. There's more story with Rey, and then nowadays I think kids have more connections with the newer episodes than
especially young girls.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool.
I agree.
So that's my.
What do you think will happen with Spaceship Earth and Illuminations now that Siemens has pulled out?
So we talked about Epcot a lot with Aaron. I'm not sure if we talked it.
I don't think this news was announced when he came on.
Yeah, it was kind of there. Rumors happening.
Hey Michelle, Michelle's late. You made it though.
So there's a lot of talk about Epcot itself in this podcast that's kind of coming out next week. A lot about the future of, I guess, Epcot and what we think actually is going to be announced at D23. We think that there might be some things.
We talked about that, yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I think that if you're interested in what's going to happen with Spaceship Earth or Epcot at all, this week's episode you're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because we talk a lot about where Epcot's been and then where we wish it would go.
Right.
Maybe not necessarily where it's going.
But also things we love about it the way it is too. Like we talk about that. There's so many things to love about Epcot. It's just the last park to really. I feel like it almost has an identity crisis a little bit.
It's like stuck in the 80s. We always talk about like 80. When you think of Epcot, to me, it's like feels like you're in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Like
the futuristic part of it is a little bit old. Like they need a little bit of updating on that futuristic. It was always, and we talked about this with Aaron, that it's always that place where you could dream about where the future's going and what you're going to be doing and have hope for the future.
Yeah.
and that's faded a little.
We didn't really talk about sponsorships or anything like
no,
that.
We didn't talk
but
about
I think it was I hope that you're gonna enjoy this episode. There's so much to talk about with Epcot right now, and I think it definitely. I want to do a whole, podcast and break them down to a bunch of episodes talking about different attractions.
I mean, we could literally unlock the showcase.
Right.
Like each individual pavilion and why they're the countries they are.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk about that. We didn't get into that. I mean, listen, guys. We talked for like an hour and a half. Like for me to sit down for an hour and a half.
We recorded for an hour, but then before the recording, we kind of talked to Aaron, and then after, and so come on.
It was a long podcast episode. I think I even mentioned that in the inside. I was like, wow. It was such a good...
You made it.
It wasn't an interview. I don't want to call it an interview.
It wasn't an interview this time. It was more of getting to know... Well, we wanted Aaron on because he wrote this book that we generally are really interested in. I mean, I think it's really cool that he would... First of all, anyone that gets to write a book, I mean, I don't even know how hard that is.
Anybody can write a book.
No, but just getting your thoughts on paper and just getting that, it's just... What an incredible accomplishment, because,
it's hard to do.
Yeah. But anyway, we obviously have a lot in common with Aaron, and it was cool that he...
You have a lot in common with Aaron.
It was cool that he did this book about Epcot, and so I really wanted to talk to him more about his thoughts on Epcot and, what he loved about it as a kid and where he sees it now and the future of Epcot. There's so many things to love about Epcot, but it also needs... I feel like some updating in certain areas.
Yeah, it definitely does. It needs to get that identity back of what it was when it came out.
Yes.
Like the future, the hope for the future. I feel like they have certain attractions that, like Ellen, they need to change, or they're thinking about changing this and think about that.
Ellen.
The Captain EO, they changing back and forth.
I like your abbreviations for attractions.
I'm not gonna go on.
You're not?
No.
That's my job?
That's your job.
Okay.
You and Aaron. But it was more of a conversation with Aaron. We didn't it was more of a conversation of where we think it's going. But I actually
John says it's hard to plan a future when by the time you finish building it, it becomes past. It's a really good point, and we actually did talk about that as well on the show. So I hope you guys like it. I was really happy to have him back on. And
John knows his stuff.
I know. So cool. So I hope you like it.
Yeah.
So that was...
You're going to like it.
That's it.
I think you're going to like it.
So what else?
There's a lot of... You want to answer? You want to tackle some of these?
Sure. Let's see what we've got.
I
want to see what
this one we already answered.
Okay.
That was the one I abbreviated.
Okay.
There's a couple more. Why don't you stall, Connie, while I try to get these.
I am doing as much selling as possible, but here's a would you rather.
Oh, someone asked.
Johan. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Go back to the comments.
All right, let's go back.
There's a would you rather.
My computer's acting really slow tonight.
Update Epcot, or would you rather update Magic Kingdom?
Epcot. I like Magic Kingdom.
Don't touch Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I like it. They updated the beginning part of it, like.
They did a good job with Fantasyland, and they did a great job with what I always wanted to see in front of the castle. I always wanted a grassy green area to roam around and play, and I know that sounds kind of stupid because you're in this incredible park. Why would you want to sit on the grass, and just kind of do nothing? But to me, I feel like that's really where the magic is, like just those simple little things like that. And I think they so desperately needed something like that. I'm not saying it was my idea and they went with it, but I'm just saying I had thought about it a few years ago. Like,
I mean, watching the shows that they put on in front of the castle, even in the street, you can see it from that area. So it's a great place to hang out with the kids and just kind of chill out.
It is a great place.
And be able to see the show and not be, like, crowded.
Yeah. But, so I know that a lot of people have wondered if they're going to update Tomorrowland. I know that Stitch's Great Escape, like, that's getting a little tired with a lot of people. It's hard for me, especially. I can see where Disney might struggle with this because there's people like me who are, like, die-hard fans of anything nostalgia and want to bring the kids to attractions where they, like, I love sharing the experience with my kids,
right?
But there's obviously things that they need to do to stay up to date and everything. And but I think I would rather see Epcot because I think they could. I think there's things that they could do there that could be pretty amazing.
Joanna says I would update Tomorrowland, get rid of Autopia. I love that ride. I love that attraction with the kids. That's one of my favorite ones with the kids.
But I don't
like Stitch though. They need to update that.
Hugh never really loved Stitch's Great Escape. It's sad because it's our oldest loves that attraction.
Are you gonna miss the Leave a Legacy Stones?
Leave a Legacy Stones
in the front of Epcot.
Please don't move those. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah. Please don't. See, it's weird. Like this, gotta be this balance of like keeping with the old nostalgia part and then satisfying the craving of, you know, wanting something new and fresh. Like I don't know how they do it, but there's got to be like a balance there.
I mean, they usually do a pretty good job of that.
Yeah. So
Nick says, "Hi guys, really can't normally join you as I live in the UK.
Oh.
But I'm down at Disney on holiday.
Oh my gosh.
Hope Connie liked my picture from the Jungle Cruise."
Team Connie, Nick, you have no idea. I may have gone a little crazy showing friends and family.
Which photo was that? The one with the ears?
No.
Which one was that?
I showed you.
Oh, the Congo Connie.
You may have forgotten because you kind of got jealous.
Congo Connie. There was no Congo Bruce.
Thank you for... Yeah, there was no Congo
Bruce. There was no Team Tonga.
No.
I wish there was a Team Tonga one.
Sorry.
But that was from Nick. Thanks, Nick. He's on holiday. And UK is... I know. See, this is what happens. The UK is... Well, I think the UK is, what, 5 or 6 hours ahead?
I know. The time is so hard to make... like
Australia. Brad's in Australia. He's like 24 hours ahead. He's like in the future.
I know. That's so cool.
It's Monday.
Gosh. I made it, my name made it in the park, and I might have squealed, show the kids. I think they're pretty much at the point now where, like,
they just ignore you.
They pretty much do.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's gotten out of hand. But I really got excited.
Yes.
Steven is at the Cape enjoying the 4th holiday.
Steven. Where's Steven normally from? He's in the Cape.
Memphis.
Oh, it says Austin, Texas.
Amy says, "Hi, y'all." I know. So, well, it's definitely a very casual show tonight, I would say.
Who said that?
I'm going to say,
super casual.
Those of you guys are just joining us, it's kind of like anything goes tonight.
It's the 4th of July, man.
It's the 4th of July weekend. It's a long weekend.
It is.
Very long.
Feels longer than usual.
It does feel longer than usual.
Kids are out of school.
That's also...
It's the holidays Tuesday, and then you have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
And they're like, what are we doing? Yeah, we didn't plan that out well.
Oh, Steven's from Mass. He lives in Texas. We have a lot of people who join us on the show in the podcast from Massachusetts.
I know.
Tons. Like, there's a lot of Disney fans who really want to live in Florida from Massachusetts, like me.
Like you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like me there.
Oh my gosh. Hanging out, Tammy says it's like hanging out with family and friends. And catching up. I'm so happy that you're here tonight. I'm so excited you got to join in with us and hang.
I feel bad because we get emails sometimes from people who can't join because they don't have Instagram or they don't have Facebook, and we really want to accommodate everybody, but it's hard. It's hard to do a show on Sunday night or Monday night. It's hard to pick. Like, who do you...
What do you do?
You put the poll out there, and out of 10 people, 8 say Monday and 2 say Sunday, but you really want to do it for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, real quick, what are some strategies
when you guys go to D23? I assume it's almost like going to Comic-Con, correct? You know what? I pretty much live my life with no strategy.
It's true.
You know, I just wing it.
So, this would be our first D23.
Yeah.
But, Aaron and other friends of ours have told us it's kind of chaotic.
Yes.
But obviously way, way fun because everyone's there and everyone's obviously
Disney fan,
so it's amazing. But yeah, I would say Comic-Con would be something like that Aaron described. It's kind of like everyone dresses. I mean, you can dress up.
We'll let you know. If we go, which is pretty close to sure thing that we're gonna go. But we're gonna do some live streaming there. We're gonna record some video, and we'll do some live podcasts. I believe it's on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're not scheduled to do our live show till Monday. Which, if we do go, we'll probably be in California that Monday.
There's so many of our friends that are podcasters, that are just Disney fans, or work with some kind of, with Disney, and they're all gonna be there. So it's kind of gonna be like one big...
I know. It's going to be one big Disney nerd meetup.
Yeah, it's going to be super... I hope it's not so chaotic that we don't, I don't know, lose focus or...
I'm going in with really low expectations.
Okay, yeah, that too.
I'll tell you that much.
That too. I'm just excited for all the news that
the announcements are going to
be
small. The food's going to be small portioned. It's going to be boring. I'm just going to go in with low expectations, and then hopefully it'll be awesome.
Well, I think it's... I'm excited. I don't know about the low expectations because I don't think I can handle that. I don't think that's like part of my makeup. But I definitely am excited about the news and things that they're going to talk about because that's, I think, the most exciting thing. You know, just any kind of little hints of what to expect in the future and just so much fun.
Tammy says, I'm so excited for you guys. Look how far you have come and how much you have done this past... I know we've done a lot this past year.
We wouldn't say it's epic because
not yet.
We are... Right. Rob is keeping us on point with that.
Yeah.
But we're getting there, so thank you.
We're trying. Like we're two people from Massachusetts who like Disney and decided to put on a Disney podcast and people showed up. That's weird. Isn't it? Like, to me, that's awesome, but, like, it's... People showed up. Now we have to figure it out. You know? Awesome. Now we're figuring out what to do with it.
We will go to Disney. You can't go to California and not go to Disneyland.
True.
Just you can't.
I mean, you can.
You can't. At least in my book.
I'm super excited to go to Disneyland. Almost more than D23. Like, I want to go to D23 just as an excuse to go to Disneyland.
You have said that a lot You have said that a lot to me, at least. I'm just a little frightened that everyone's going to feel that way and Disneyland is going to be majorly packed.
That's true, but it was pretty packed last time we went.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Everybody says we have to, Connie.
That's it.
Listen, leave a yes if we have to right now so Connie can see that and she can't say we can't go there.
To where?
Disneyland.
No, I just said we have to go to Disney. I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out our strategy, whether we go...
There's one.
We get there,
how
and we go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then...
I want to see how many yeses we're going to get.
Okay.
Look at them all. Yes, yes, yes.
I may never come home. Like, Disneyland is so incredible.
I know. Would you guys still like the show if it was a totally Disneyland show from California? If we forget Florida, what if we moved to California and we did a Disneyland show? Would you still listen and watch?
Because we're still contemplating here whether or not that might happen.
Thank you all, everybody. Thank you so much for the yeses.
All right.
See, now we gotta go.
Now we have to go.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Rob gave us some tricks. Hold
did.
on. The trick to Disneyland is picking a day where most... I'm going to screw
Oh, sorry. Yes,
okay.
take over the mouse.
I'm going to take over here.
I totally, dropped the ball there.
That's okay. The cheaper annual passes are blocked. Interesting.
Rob, shoot us an email. info@unlockingmagic.com. Let us know what those days are so we can go those days.
Please do.
Steven says, no way, WDW all the way. Anything Disney would suit me. It'll push me to go out to Anaheim. True. WDW always and forever.
Of course.
So half you guys would leave us. Thanks a lot.
That was just That's awesome.
That's smart, Rob. Yeah, we need to do that.
That is smart.
So we just found out that half of the people who join us wouldn't if we went there.
I'm sorry, Bruce. He really loves that California weather. I know.
Oh. Robbie wants us to do a Walt Disney family. I mean, I have work stuff that I can do in Oakland, which is close to San Francisco. So I'm trying to get Connie to maybe extend the trip a little bit so we can go up to Oakland and, I can do some work things and then we can go to the Walt Disney Family Museum. But I'm not sure that that's going to happen. And by not sure, I mean probably not.
This time.
Yeah. But that is on our list that's on our bucket list. For sure.
Bucket list. That's like, I can't, it's not a one-time thing, the Disney Family Museum.
Right.
It's like I have to go probably at least a dozen times because you're going to go once, you're going to get a feel of everything, then you're going to go again to really absorb it all, and then 3 or 4 times after that to just...
Well, Connie will be crying the whole time the first time, so she won't remember anything.
No, it's okay.
I do want to go to that museum, though.
I know. It's something that I really, really want to do. And also, Rolly is doing his art is being featured down in, across in California. And so we talked about this, and it's actually on the website. I actually have to get it up.
Where was that? I think it was near San Diego, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was near San Diego.
Which is south of Anaheim, obviously.
Yep. So I have to get. But yeah, that was really exciting. Because we kind of were the first ones to really talk about that with him, and it was kind of cool to hear him. But it's really
that was a long time ago we talked to Rolly. It feels like it was not that long, but it was pretty long ago.
Yeah. What I love about Rolly and
check the YouTube comments,
Marie, they really make you feel like you're family and friends when we're messaging each other and talking to each other. It really makes you feel like they are our friends now forever, and it's pretty awesome.
It is cool the people that we're meeting. Like,
yeah.
I feel like we know most of the people that join us on Monday nights. We're talking to you guys every week after week after week, even though we've never really met in real life.
Right.
It feels like we know everybody.
It's true.
I know more of you by name than I know the people who live on my street.
That is a true fact.
Like if you ask me who Tammy is, I know who Tammy is. If you ask me who lives 3 houses down, I'm like, I have no idea.
He has no clue. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
I'm not
you guys
sure.
tell me. It's probably really bad.
Oh my gosh.
If you go to his art show and are allowed to take pictures, please post them. Yeah, we will. I'm not sure if we'll be allowed to, but I'm sure he'll allow us to take pictures. We may. Maybe I'll try to email him and see if we can do a show closer to the date of that opening and talk about it. And talk more about what the show is and what people can expect from it. I think that would be a good show. What do you guys think?
Tammy's beating her travel agent from Enchanted Escapes. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for telling us about them. We love everybody over there.
Oh, that's cool.
Everybody that works with them, they're all wonderful.
Yeah. They're actually giving you guys a bonus. If you want to get in our Patreon account, if you book your next trip with Enchanted Escape, they're doing a 6-month thing for our Patreon account for free.
Perfect.
So if you book with Enchanted Escape, you get to join the Patreon account and
see
me and Connie make complete fools of ourselves recording our podcasts live. But you know what? You got to give them something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Let's just end it from that.
Yeah. So that's pinned to the top. If you want to join that, our next show, we already recorded the one with Aaron. That'll be out Wednesday. Wednesday should be out. But the next weekend show, we always do the weekend shows live. Those are the fun ones to do live.
Yes.
Because we have some of the ones, so we do, as you know, 2 shows. One topic, one during the week, and then one news and updates one. The news and updates ones we always usually do like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Because we wait to see the news that comes out and then we talk about it. Some of the recordings that we have, we've done already and they're in the can and we just kind of put them out.
They're in the can.
They're topic based, so we can record those ahead of time.
Yeah.
So those ones aren't going to be the ones that we can really do live. Maybe we will.
Maybe. It just depends.
Yeah. I kind of want to do some listener ones, like if you just went on a trip, like come on the show and talk about your trip, because if you just went there, maybe you can share some insights on what's going on there with the construction or the new lands that we haven't seen yet.
Or what you liked about it, or what you didn't like about it, or what you
would change differently on your next trip, or
if you're going to go back. I mean, that's a huge thing about this podcast is like a lot of people that think this is going to be a one-time trip end up going back.
If you do it right.
But I feel super, super honored because we get a lot of messages saying like, not to toot our own horn or anything, but like thanking us for, really appreciating.
I wish that I listened to podcasts. When we first went, there was podcasts, but it was like the internet in 1995.
Yeah.
Like the internet was around, but not the regular people didn't use it.
Right.
Same with podcasts in the 2000s. Like there was podcasts around, but they weren't really around as easily accessible as they are today.
Right.
But I definitely would listen to podcasts. And it would have totally changed my perspective if I listened to podcasts before I went on my first trip.
Yeah.
Because I was just like everybody else. I want to get the most out of my trip that I possibly could.
Which is fine. Of course, you want to make sure
But my kids were small, though, and I totally tired them out.
Yeah.
Which made it a little more difficult.
I think there's so much to be said about downtime and family time in Walt Disney World. I don't think it has nothing to do with, what fast pass selection you can get for X time. Yes, that's a bonus.
Right.
But it really.
But sometimes too, like those fast pass selections aren't necessarily the ones you would choose, like we did in that last episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it wouldn't be the ones that I would choose if I didn't go there and experience it.
Right. Joanna says, absolutely agree. Podcasts have enhanced her Disney. It's a way also to bring the magic home with you. We get a lot of those questions as well. And it's like, how do you just keep that alive, and how do you bring it home with you?
And the way that our technology works now with the earbuds and the phones and the podcasts on iTunes and Google Play or Stitcher Radio is you can multitask now.
Exactly.
And you can listen to your podcast while you're doing
you
something else. Yeah, it's way different than those huge earbuds you used to have, like those huge headphones you used to have. It's a little
come a long way.
Yeah, you can, like, I could be listening to something right now and not even paying attention.
Which you normally do.
Maybe I am.
It would be another Sunday in our household. No big deal.
Johnson, it's like visiting parks between visits. It totally is like visiting parks between visits.
That's the best. Honestly, planning for your next vacation and being able to virtually be in the parks one way or the other is really so much fun.
The one thing that I'm fearful of is, like Tammy says, Unlocking the Magic has changed. Disney experience has totally been changed by Unlocking the Magic. Is like, you still have to experience it for yourself.
Right.
Don't take every word that we say in...
oh, yeah, for sure. We've had a lot of comments of certain things that people said that they didn't necessarily agree or like. Yeah. And I totally appreciate that. And I like your... fresh perspective.
Yeah, we want the feedback. If you have a different experience or a different way of going to experience the parks, like, let us know. Come on the show and talk about it here, or shoot us an email, because I don't want you to do exactly what we say, because everybody's
bring it to me
different.
Gently.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, Connie, your suggestion, I don't know, was amazing.
Yeah, I love it. We don't know everything, so we like to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Darren's here.
Yes.
Darren, you made it.
You made it.
Except we're about to leave.
Oh, poor Darren.
Sorry, Darren.
It's all right.
But we got to say hi at least.
Oh my gosh. Janice says, Disney podcasts are my happy place now. That's awesome.
I agree. I like the YouTube. I like the old-fashioned. My happy place is the old-fashioned YouTube videos of, like, Walt Disney talking about building the parks or certain attractions or Disneyland. I love those. And, like, the old hit books that I listen to on Audible. I listen to those over and over and over again.
Yes, you do.
Sometimes I just have them playing in the background.
Sometimes.
Paying
Always.
attention. Yeah.
All the time.
So.
Many, many times.
Oh my God, it's almost 9 o'clock.
It is getting really, really late. And
hold on a second.
We really haven't accomplished much on this show tonight, but I hope you guys liked hanging out with us.
It was a very random show tonight.
It was a really random...
Sorry.
You know, this is what happens when we change it from Monday to Sunday. We're kind of discombobulated. Yes. But hey, listen, it's fine.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. If you want to join us on Patreon, you can. You don't have to. It's over there. I put the button on there. You can join us. We'll be recording this weekend's news and update show probably Thursday. Hopefully you can join us in there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Share the show out or go subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
This is super cool. You do this on the podcast. I'm just hanging out. Yeah. Like, do you want me to fade away here or what's going on?
Yeah, have a safe and happy 4th of July.
You are so sweet. I love this.
Go.
No, but this was all Team Talk too much, like, reverse.
I know. It's like I'm on Team Talks too much tonight.
I am rubbing off on you.
It's true. Not really, though.
Not really. Yes, have a safe and happy 4th of July. Spend some time with your family, your friends.
Relax.
Relax. Definitely. And again, we will be back next Monday.
We'll be back next Monday for sure.
Yes.
See you guys then. Subscribe to the podcast because that'll come out Wednesday. It's a really, really good one.
No, it's not. It's low expectations.
No, it's a good one. I'm going to say that. It's really good. Okay. And it's a longer one than normal. It's like an hour long. So anybody who's been looking forward to
you really want props
longer podcast episode.
You want a lot of credit for that.
I really want people to realize that I listened and I didn't cut Aaron off and we talked for an hour. So that was for you guys. That was for you guys, totally. Guys,
we'll just leave it.
Maybe I'm gonna break it up into 2 podcast episodes now.
Oh no!
Just kidding.
Bye guys.
See you guys. Have a great night. Thank you guys.
Bye on YouTube.
YouTube, thank you so much. We don't get tomorrow off. Actually, I do get. I'm always working. I don't work. I work every day.
Every day is a work day.
See you guys. Thank you so much for joining. My finger's really large there.